Hey everyone, this is Amazing SKM and I've been hanging with my Nexus. So first up, while I was hanging with my Nexus, I got a message from one of my subscribers, Skill IP Evolver, wanting to know about PDFs. Is this capable of running PDFs and things? And so I'll go to my office and I'm going to show him really quick. So, and this is for everyone who wants to know about PDFs. Now I have downloaded a PDF. This is for my good friend Web Tech Genius, Photoshop CS5, a manual pretty much. And as you saw, these thumbnails, I can go back and forth, go into a particular page, or I can actually say go to page, and I can say I want to go to page 50. Press enter. It'll take me to page 50. Now you see these tools right along the top and along the bottom. If you wanted to bookmark this page, you can go do so with this little bookmark looking icon. Here we can do a reflow of the text, just kind of bringing it out for us. I like it in the original. We can actually do it at night. Say for instance, if you're in a dark room and you want it to stand out more, we can do so. And as well, we can do auto brightness, take it down, take it up. However you like. That might have been a little too bright for the screen, so we'll take it right about there. Should be fine. Here you can actually, it'll start scanning the page, but I don't have any comments on here. We can search for particular words. I don't know what I would be looking for, but you can indeed search for particular words. And here of course is the settings, opening a file, zooming in and out. As you saw, go to page, read out loud, even though it only has languages for German, Spanish, French, and Italian. We can rotate it if we like, go to settings here, and you can set yourself as the author because you're going to be making annotations and things like that. So you can set that, hey, these are my annotations, these are my notes. And you can play around with the rest of the settings. So the tools here, you'll see the text and everything. If I wanted to highlight or say for instance bring attention to this particular illustration, I can click on that and I can actually make that annotation right there. Just press the check button and it's there for you. I can actually move it around if I like, and also size it smaller if I just wanted to pay attention to that. Similar to that is boxes. You can make circles. You can make arrows. So I can actually have it pointing to there. I gotta still move this around, make it shorter and everything. Turn it another direction. Excuse me. Put that right there. You can also make notes, for instance, with this little icon right here. You can do strike through some stuff, as you can see, strike through, and a host of other different things, underline, highlight, pretty much anything that you would pretty much want to do with a PDF. And to look at the speed, so you can see that it actually can work with a PDF pretty well. Previous Android tablets, even iOS tablets, have a little bit of trouble keeping up with PDFs. This is just great. Don't want to say that the iOS devices can't read PDFs, because they can, okay? Just put that out there. Very good devices. Please, no flaming, no trolling. I'm good. Think they're great devices. I just like Android. But again, as you can see, little refresh here and there, but for the most part, you're not going to be reading through a page that quickly. You're going to read it and move through. So that is PDFs on the Nexus 7. Quite capable of PDFs, in my opinion. I don't know how quickly Skill IP Evolver wants it to be able to move. Sorry about that little knockdown, but PDFs are great on the Nexus 7. So about 8 or 9 months ago is when I first started putting YouTube videos up, and they were dedicated to Android hubs, and that's pretty much dedicating each one of your home screens to a different topic that you perhaps are interested in. For instance, here is my music. Here is where we're going to put movies together on. Here's news, office, games, and social. And there's just little widgets here and there. Here you see the play music widget. And here you see Flipboard right there. So just each one of the home screens is dedicated to a particular topic that you're interested in. And as you can see, it doesn't slow down the tablet at all. So first things first, you don't need to be rooted to do this. You can do this absolutely stock, no rooting necessary at all. You will need a third-party launcher because the stock launcher does not allow overlapping widgets. And overlapping widgets, here's one widget, this bar across here, here's another widget, and we have these icons. Without a launcher that can actually do this, you will not be able to create, well, you can create your Android hubs, but you won't be able to overlap them like this. And we'll take a look at the Nova launcher settings, and this is critical if you want to overlap your widgets. So you go to desktop, and down here at the bottom you'll see you want to be able to resize all your widgets. So you want to check that. You want to also check widget overlap, so allowing resizing of widgets on top or underneath other desktop items. So you want to have that checked, and if you want, you can actually have overlap when placing. For instance, if you're taking a icon or a widget from your widget menu, you can just simply drop it on top of something else. So that's critical. You have to put overlap widget or widget overlap. So let's go to the movies page, and the applications that you would need, of course, you need a third-party launcher. As I said, I'm using Nova Launcher. I'm using Nova Launcher because you can get overlapping widgets on their basic launcher instead of having to pay for their premium one, Nova Launcher Prime. Apex also allows overlapping widgets, but that doesn't kick in until you actually pay for their pro version of their launcher. And there's a few other ones. ADW allows you to do so, and I think one or two more. You also will need a few applications. Minimalistic Text. Here, that bar, as I said, that surrounds the bottom around here, that's Minimalistic Text. You will need Simple Text as well. That is the My Office that you see right here, as well as me naming each one of these action buttons right there. You'll also need the wallpapers that you like. Now I'm using a wallpaper called Paper World Ocean. That's what this is called back here. And if you see here, the water's moving, we've got a shark moving and everything. And a lot of people in my previous Android Hubs video, I used Multipicture Live Wallpaper that allows each time you scroll through the screen, you'll get a different photo or picture or whatever you would like right there. I will leave the link down to that video in the description if you're interested in that one, but for now we're going to stick with what we have. So you need Minimalistic Text, Simple Text, wallpaper of your choosing, and the clock up here is actually called EXT Date Widget. Yes, Date Widget. So let's get to it. We're going to go to movies, and first things first, let's go ahead and just create our bar that's going to go across there, and that is Minimalistic Text and I usually use the biggest one because I'm still gonna have to stretch it. Just basically, you're gonna have to play around with this yourself. I have a video, it's gonna be down in the description, you can check that out, but I'll show you really quickly. What you really need to go ahead and play around with is the layout. Predefine layouts, go to custom. Once you go to custom layout, and you want to get rid of these. You just drag and drop, or right there, and so that clears it out. You press OK, and there you have a clear text box, and you can of course adjust it as you like. So that's minimalistic text. As again, if you want to be able to do more detail, I go into a little bit more detail, but I'm not going to do that here. Simple text, we're going to go to widgets, and of course you can do this from the app drawer as well, and we're going to go down to simple text, and we're going to choose a simple text button here. I'm choosing the 2x1. That's what I used before. You would select the icon, click simple text icon, and the first 4 were pre-installed when you installed simple text. The rest are ones that I have currently made. We're going to create a new one so you'll know what to do from the very beginning. So here we have one text item and one picture item, and that's that blue right there. We want to first want to be my, because I do my movies, so we're just gonna put my right there, and that's good. I don't want a background, but if you did want a background, you can expand the color, and so it fills that up right down there. So but what we need to do, because I need my video, we're going to click this little icon right there, and we're going to add text, and I want the text to be on top of the shape, so I'm going to flip it right up there. I want my on top of that one, and once we get it in the order, in the layers that we want, we're going to press OK. Now I can go to that second text, put in movies, and once we've got movies, they're here, but they're not quite big enough. We're going to make movies a little bit bigger, so we're going to adjust the size of the text. I also want to change the excuse me, the font, so I'm going to hit on that A right there. I'm going to pick the second one, and so you'll see it's a little bit bigger. The X coordinates, see, it moves it left to right, and the Y coordinates move it up and down. So I want it right down there. So it's going to be a little bit different from my other one. So we're going to go back to my, and we're going to do the very same thing. Make it a little bit bigger. We're going to move it up. I'm going to move it over. We're going to change the font to the same one, and we can change the color. For instance, I'll make this one yellow instead of the bottom being yellow. I'll make this one yellow. We press OK there, and you can see my movies is now in color. Well, my is anyway. You can also rotate it as you like. You can actually with my, or even with movies. With movies, we can apply a shadow or a gradient. If I took gradient, you'll see that changes right there. And you can play around with those settings as well. You can have it go from one color, like for instance, if you wanted to go from blue to red or something, you can change it with these little icons there. I don't want a gradient, but I will use a shadow. Excuse me. We can change the radius of that to make it stand out a little bit more, as you can see there. And that actually looks pretty good. What I want to show you also, I don't want a background. So we'll go to the background. Actually, we don't have to go to the background. We have to press this key right up here again. Press that and just press this X right over there. Say yes, hit OK, and now it's empty right there. And once you get it how you like, again, play around with it. You go to Save Style. And saving style allows you to place that widget on several different pages because you've saved it. So all you have to do is recall it a little bit later. And then once you do that, you hit save icon. So it's right there. Here you can have it do an action. If you tap on My Movies, you can launch an application, a shortcut, or none. For instance, your applications are just all your applications on your device. Your shortcuts, it's pretty much you can do some kind of activities, books, bookmarks, and the list pretty much goes on. I'm going to have none. Press OK, and you see My Movies. Now it does look different than my other ones right there. I can make it a little bit bigger. I can make them closer, as you can see, but you can do it as you like. And simply what you would do, let's move this out of the way, put that in the place that you want it. Then you're going to resize, or if you have that other button connected, you could just pick it up and drop it over here, and you'll see that My Movies are there. Then of course you can pick a widget of your choosing. In this case I'm going to choose Mizzou, and pick that there. I don't want it so big. I'm going to resize it. Put it over here. No, I'll keep it up there like that. And that's essentially how you would do your Android hubs, with any widgets that you want, with the labeling that you want, with minimalistic text, a lot of different things that you can actually do for your Android hub. So I hope that helps a lot of you out. And that is it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put them down in the comment section. I will address them as soon as I possibly can. I have a lot of stuff to still show for the Nexus 7. It is a great little device. And until next time, everyone take care.
Oh, come on in.
For this interruption to your regular entertainment. Everyone in the room the postcards.
5 minutes, I gotta finally get the fight.